Welcome to Living on Purpose podcast. I'm your host, Jason Wilson. We feature amazing individuals in entertainment and business who have achieved success. On this episode, we had a conversation with Neo Soul Songstress Carlitta Durand. Her new album, Kismet Green, will be released on November 24th and available on Apple, Spotify, Tidal, YouTube, and all other music platforms.
There's too much going on and I have no
I think that it would be really cool for people to know what you've done in your career from the beginning up until now.
My career started I mean, officially in 2006. Before that, I was doing a lot of stuff in school at NCCU. A lot of the open mics, I would do karaoke everywhere. I would just do all that I can to get my name out there. But it officially started in 2006 when I met Little Brother. I actually met Fonte first, and I sung the hook for their song "Life of the Party." Um, and I since then, 2006, I've been working with them ever since with Fonte, Rapper Big Pooh, the whole Justice League, Ninth Wonder, then Nicolay. So it started back then. I put out a few EPs. I had the Doug and Patty EP, Nostalgic Nights. Then I have the I'll Be Gorgeous When I Die. That's the last thing that I put out in 2015. And then this year I'm going to be putting out an album. So it's been almost 6 years since I've put out any music.
Oh, wow. So why the break? Because of your family or?
Yeah. So basically, yeah. I had children. During the time that I was actually working on this album, I had two kids. And they basically take up all your time. Children take all your time. And the type of parent I am, they're my priority. So, I kind of could put music on the back burner for a little bit to focus on family life and my children. But, I had to get back into music because music is my heart, and there's no running away from it, no matter what I do.
Yeah, I think especially if your purpose is singing, you probably hear tracks in your sleep.
You know what? I do. It's and even my kids, I see music in them, and like they even know the words to my single that I just put out, and I think it's so funny because they're like very young. They're 7, 4, and 2 years old, and they have music instilled in them already. So yeah, it's when you figure out your purpose, or just that passion that you have for life, in life, or whatever makes you happy, it's something that's going to follow you no matter what. And if you don't act on it, it's going to bother you that you're not doing it. So I always have to do something in music.
Okay. So have you always known you were going to sing, even from a little child?
I think so. When I was in preschool, my mom tells me stories that the preschool teacher said I would be singing opera, and I don't know where that came from because I wasn't listening to it at home. But I've always I've always loved music, and I always sang. I started singing in church first, um, so it's always been in me to do music. Um, really, since I can remember. Like I can't see myself doing anything else.
And did anybody in your family sing, or are you the only musician?
No, like my parents, my mother's an artist. She does everything arts except singing. My dad, no, nobody else sings. But nobody else before us.
Okay. And were there any other artists that you listened to as a child for inspiration?
Man, our house was full of music. Like my parents had a record
Mhm.
player. They had records all over. We listened to everything from like Prince, Lakeside, Gap Band, Earth, Wind and Fire, Stevie Wonder, Shaka Khan. And then when I was growing up more, it was definitely like 90s R&B for me, like the 90s girl groups. So for like SWV, TLC, and Vogue, there was always music in our house. Always. Yeah.
You know what? For people like us, we have the privilege of growing up with Earth, Wind, and Fire and all those musicians that had real instruments in
Yeah.
their songs.
Yeah.
The kids now, they don't have any idea what that's like.
No.
Uh, yeah. So did you play any instruments as a kid?
You know what? When I was around 16, I took piano lessons, or 15 or 16. But that didn't stick. That didn't stick. And then later on, I tried to teach myself guitar. My fingers just don't work well for that. And so I just stick to writing songs, lyrics, and arranging, singing melodies and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. So with your own personal music, do you write all your songs or do you have other producers write for you?
So I write all my own like lyrics. And then I do collaborate with the producers. I mean, most of the times the tracks that I get are already done, but we do kind of go back and forth. And I'm like, hey, can you tweak this or put this here, take that out? I hear this, can you do this? Or if I have an idea for a track, I will communicate that with the producer. But that's about as far as I go. But I do write all my own lyrics.
Oh, that's cool. So do you have your own home studio or do you go to a studio to record?
Yes, I have my own home studio. It's so much easier to do everything in-house, especially with my schedule and my family and my life. I just have a room that I have for myself and I do all my recording there. It's so much easier because I used to go to a studio and, pay for studio time and all that good stuff, but it's so much easier to do everything at home. And I learn a lot more too as I do it by myself.
Yeah, I'm sure. With recording though, when you're recording a track, how many takes does it usually take you for a recording?
It depends. Sometimes I'll just have something on my mind and I know exactly how I want to do it and I can get it done like in 1 to 3 takes. Other times I need it perfect. And so I'll just keep doing it over and over and over and over again until I feel like it's right. But it just depends. There's no set way for me.
Okay. I can imagine that probably it wouldn't take you in most cases a lot of takes because you make singing look effortless.
Well, thank you. I mean, it doesn't take much, but I think to a certain extent, I am a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to my music and the way I want it to sound. And I think that definitely comes from just learning over the years and learning from the people that I've learned from. Like the first studios that I was in were with like Fonte, and he's definitely, I would say he's a perfectionist when it comes to music. Like he wants a certain sound to sound a certain way. He's going to like, it has to be that way. So I kind of learned how to record from him, and also being in the studio with Ninth Wonder, like when I was in school and there was like a studio on campus and he was always there.
So how old were you when you first started recording with Fonte?
How old was I?
Yeah.
21 or 22.
Wow. Yeah, that's
and I'll be 36 this month.
Oh, yeah, I know your birthday is coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, mine was on the 8th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Happy belated.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is Scorpio season.
Yes.
Yeah. So how is that working with Fonte? I mean, he's a musical genius.
Yes, he is. It's really fun, and it's really, like I said, I learned a lot from him. I like even setting up my studio, I got all like the information from him of what I need to have in the studio. Um, in the early years, like there was a like he's a night owl basically. He works the night shift. Like Pooh works during the day, he records in the day, and then Fonte works at night. But I remember like in the beginning, like when we all were a little bit younger, it was literally we would just like laugh and tell jokes and like watch funny YouTube videos and like just all this crazy stuff before even doing any music. So like he's really funny. He's like really funny, and he's a perfectionist, but and he has a great ear. Like it seems like everything he touched turns to gold. And like honestly, even before I worked with him, he was like one that like they were one of my favorite groups. And so when I finally met him, I was like, oh, is this for real? Like it was, I was really excited and kind of like, wow. But
That's cool. And then with the foreign exchange, uh, that of course came through Fonte, right?
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Everything I've done with foreign exchange, basically everything, yeah, through Fonte is the foreign exchange. So like everything I did
Right.
on that record.
And how was that working with Nicolay?
Actually, everything I've done for the foreign exchange album and Nicolay, I recorded at Fonte's house. So I've never really recorded with Nicolay. Now I was on tour with them, and honestly, he's kind of quiet. I like I don't, he's a really nice guy, but he's kind of, to me, from what I saw, like he was kind of, self-reserved and like a really quiet person.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Hmm. Do you see yourself touring with them again in the future?
I don't know, I tried it once before. If the opportunity presents itself and they are, they would like me to tour with them again, then I'm definitely down. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So this pandemic has had a tremendous effect on the music industry and entertainment in general.
Yeah.
How has that affected your personal career?
You know, this pandemic has been, I mean, this is the first time something like this has happened to any of us. So it's kind of been, learning as we go type of thing. And I know the music industry, it's been really rough because a lot of artists make a lot of their income touring. And, touring was no longer a thing. And I honestly feel like moving forward, sold out venues, packed venues is might not be a thing anymore. Um, and that's kind of scary to think about
Mm.
because there's nothing like, for me, I guess, being on a stage, that feeling, the energy you get with the people,
Right.
um, and not being able to experience that right now it's difficult. But we're taking it one day at a time, and I believe everybody, not just the music industry, but every career, we're kind of just learning as we go this new normal.
Right. Yeah. Everybody's having to pivot and do something different.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, when your album comes out, of course, it's going to be on YouTube and other platforms.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you're going to do to promote it?
Um, there might be some more videos. Um, since we're not doing a lot of like live shows or touring, I probably will do like a live show on like an Instagram live or a Facebook live, or record something live and put it out. So something in that nature.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Are you,
Thanks, you too.
yeah. Are you thinking about collaborating with other people to do online concerts, or you're going to do them solo?
For promoting this album, I probably will do it solo, but I do have some features on the album. It would be nice to have the features come in and do something, but this is something I gotta work out, and it's just it's not nothing is like written yet, like so, but it's definitely an idea.
Do you have a deal with the record company, or do you have your own
No,
record
I
label?
am an independent artist. Everything I do is I'm doing by myself. I don't have a team. It's just me. I do all my own promoting, everything, booking. It's all done by me. Um, so it's a lot, but it comes with being an independent artist.
Yeah, that's a tremendous amount of work to do
Yeah,
yourself.
it's worth it though. Like, it's worth it. I know it's a lot of work being an artist and being a mother of three, and then
Mm,
um, just trying to keep up, balance the lifestyle. But I think the reward is the best part. Being able to,
right.
when I actually put out new music and the love that I receive from after putting out the music, it's just like makes me feel like, okay, you're in the right path. You're doing the right thing,
Mm,
because it gets a little overwhelming, honestly. It gets exhausting. Um, it's easy to just be like, I can't do this no more. I'm just going to give up. But that would be too easy. And
mm,
I think I'm a fighter, so I'm not just going to throw in the towel that easy.
right. And how do you balance your family with your career? Do you work usually at night or
Um,
during the day?
so when I was working during the day in the pandemic, I actually lost my job. So I guess that helped me kind of kick me more into music. Um, but I have my boyfriend is here with me. So he's actually, you know what? I said I do it by myself, but he actually helps me a lot. He
Okay.
like he's downstairs with the kids now. So if I didn't have him, honestly, I don't know what I would do, but he helps a lot. Like, and sometimes I do um what was I gonna say? Like sometimes I do drive for Uber, and I do that
Mhm.
at nighttime. So, but yeah, but mostly I'm here with the children. They're in virtual school during the day, and their dad actually works from home, so he works from home, and then we kind of switch off, and then I do what I need to do when he's done, and he watches the kids. So we make it work.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Are you in North Carolina?
Yes, I'm in North Carolina.
And what's the pandemic situation like there?
Um, you know, I don't know, because people acting like there's no pandemic,
Huh.
and it's like, do y'all not like see what's going on? Like there's, but definitely the schooling system is different. Like all the kids are in virtual school right now.
Uh-huh.
Um, but it doesn't seem like, based on what I see with the people, it doesn't seem like they take it that seriously. But I had actually been in the house since like March.
Really? You haven't gone out?
Well, now I have, but I had been in the house. Like I didn't really go out and do anything um since like from March until June maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I was in with my children, and we actually had a family member pass from COVID, so it
Oh,
we
I'm
kind of
sorry.
took it. Yeah, we took it real seriously. Um, Now I'm just now going out and doing stuff. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, I asked
yeah.
that because possibly we'll be in another quarantine soon.
Yeah.
with all of these breakouts that have been happening.
Yeah. Where are you?
I'm in Bogota, Colombia.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm from Atlanta, but I
What are
met
you
my
doing? What are you doing there?
yeah, I met my ex-wife in Bogota. Uh, well,
Wow.
she was from Bogota, but we met in Atlanta.
Okay.
And we had a long distance relationship for about 4 months. And I decided to come down here and be with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to just have a different experience.
How is it there?
I love it.
Yeah, I guess you
Yeah.
said she's your ex and you still there.
Yeah, I've been here 17 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a beautiful country. People are nice. They treat you with respect, no racism, nothing like that.
Yeah, well, it's different here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ever since our, I don't know, is he still president? I really don't know what's going on with him, but ever since he got into office,
Mm-hmm.
it seems like racism here has gotten more visible.
Right.
Like it's definitely been there,
Mm-hmm.
but now it's like he's giving people the balls to to come out and be racist in your face. And um so yeah, I would definitely love to live in a country where racism is not like crazy.
Right. Yeah, but I think with Biden, all of that will change. You know, he's not a racist, and
Yeah.
under Obama, things socially were great.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully he can turn that situation around soon.
Mhm. We'll see. You know, we still got angry Trump supporters,
Mm.
and they're definitely out. Like, so yeah, we'll see. It'll take some time. I know for sure.
Yeah. Well, socially in North Carolina, how is the atmosphere there?
Um, it's socially, I guess, because the pandemic now, there's not really much um socializing. Honestly, people, I see, when you go out, everyone has your mask on. There's not much. It's a lot of social distancing. I mean, it's different.
Mm.
It's different now. It feels different. It looks different. Um, People are saying once it goes back to normal, not gonna be. It's not gonna be how it was. Like I don't think it will be.
Right.
I think this is our new normal going into like the future. It's gonna look different. Um, so
Apart from music, do you have any other pursuits?
um, not really. I would love one day to get my music into film and TV.
Mm.
That's one of my biggest goals, is to get music or write songs for music, for film, so major movies and TV. That's really the only other thing that it still involves music, but other than that, not really. Being a great mom.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I always said, like, if music didn't work out, I would have been like a doctor, a surgeon. But school's not for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you go to university, or did you finish at high school? Yep.
I went to an HBCU. I went to North Carolina Central University.
Okay.
And I graduated. I graduated with actually a theater degree, and so still kind of in the field of performance and singing and stuff like that. So yeah, I graduated in 2009.
Okay. Yeah, I graduated from Morehouse.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So film scoring and music for TV shows and things like that. Are you on LinkedIn?
No.
No?
Should I be?
Yeah.
Really?
That's something you want to do immediately, because that's my biggest social network is on LinkedIn.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. I have 23,000 people on there, and some important people in TV, and movies and music too.
Yeah, so to me, I always looked at LinkedIn as like a more of like a corporate
Yeah.
connection,
Uh-huh.
not like music where like for me like Facebook and Instagram, YouTube are really my biggest platforms for connecting with people. So I never really looked at LinkedIn, but I'll definitely look at it now.